Hey guys, Mr. Morris here. I'm going to talk about that writing piece that we did in class the other day, the classic archaeology versus the new archaeology, and how we're going to write an argumentative paper with it. This is a classroom reboot, and we're going to do this in class, but I thought I'd give a lot of you guys a head start on how to write a good paper. First thing I want to show you guys is the first piece about classic archaeology by Rebecca Unger. Now, what I want you guys to do is as we read through in class, as we read through this first paragraph, I want you to highlight the main words that you think are going to help you remember what the main point of this paragraph is about. Now, as I'm reading through there, right, the classic archaeology is the main idea of finding historic artifacts. I'm going to have my pencil and I'm going to underline the main words that I think are going to help me better understand the whole point of this. And then over here to the side, right here in this section, I want you in 15 words or less, 15 words or less, I want you to give me a sentence about what this paragraph is about, the main point. And I would write here, personally, in my 15 words or less, classic archaeology is about finding artifacts and selling them for money. Gio Belzoni in 1815 found a statue and sold it to a Frenchman. I don't know, is that 15 words? But I'd make that my 15 words over here. Then over here, we're going to read this paragraph. I do the same thing. At the end of this paragraph, I would take some time. I'd underline the words I think would help me. And then over here, I would write down that Richard Weiss in 1837 blew a bunch of holes in the Great Pyramid, find artifacts. And then our final one over here, I had 15 words or less. I'd say, hey, 1907, Yale professor David Ronald McIver went to Egypt and wrote this paper about, hey, people are destroying your culture. First time anybody had ever done something like that. I'd put that in my 15 words or less over here. So now we have annotated paragraphs. Okay, that's good to know. The first thing I'm going to do when I'm done is I'm going to cite who wrote this. Well, that's simple. Classic Archaeology by Rebecca Unger. I'm going to put Classic Archaeology by Rebecca Unger. Over here, what's the main point of this entire paper? Well, if you look at all of your annotated notes and you look at everything we've read, the main point is classic archaeology is about finding artifacts and selling them to other people for money. Now, how can we prove this? Is there any evidence in here to prove that classic archaeology is about finding artifacts and selling them for money? Heck yeah. Look your annotations. The first one's about this Gio Belzoni. Gio Belzoni, 1815, sells a big statue to a Frenchman to make money. How about the next one? Can we prove that old archaeology is for making? Yeah, right here. In 1837, Richard Weiss blew holes in the pyramid for his own gain, to sell stuff. And finally, yeah, right here in 1907, a professor from Yale wrote a letter to Egypt saying, hey, these guys are destroying your culture. Stop doing this stuff. These are three pieces of evidence that prove my main point. My main point being classic archaeology is about selling artifacts for money. Okay, let's move down to our next one. Same thing. We're going to read this first paragraph, and over here in 15 words or less, I'm going to annotate it. 15 words or less, my own words. Okay, I'm going to underline words that are going to help me. Now I'm going to say this. Okay, the main point of this is modern archaeology is about preserving our past. A Princeton professor says it is vital for today's life to understand our past. Okay, over here, 15 words or less, I'm going to basically summarize what this definition is. It's about understanding our past, how we survive, the nature of social organization, their beliefs. And then over here, I'm going to make my 15 word or less list. Right here, I'm going to annotate it. Dr. Kramer, an archaeologist, says that human beings, we want to know more about who we were, the more evidence we have. I'm going to build a bridge of the past. Okay. Now let's go cite our paragraph. The Purpose of Modern Archaeology by Stephen Bradish. The Purpose of Modern Archaeology by Stephen Bradish. What's the main point? Well, isn't the main point of all this that modern archaeology is about understanding who we were through the artifacts of the past? Modern archaeology is about understanding who we were by looking at the artifacts of the past. Now, is there evidence to prove this? Yes. Look at your annotations. Right over here. Dr. Thomas says it's vital for our lives today. We learn so much about our past. I'm going to put that right here. Our next piece. Definition. We as human beings have survived in time and nature. We need to understand our social organizations. We need to know about our structures and relationships. I'm going to put that right here. And then finally, over here, our third and last paragraph. Dr. Kramer says we're going to build this bridge to better understand who we are looking at our past. I'm going to put that right there. Boom. So I have 1, 2, 3 that support this main piece. That modern archaeology is to better understand who we are by looking at past artifacts. Great. So we got all this stuff filled in. Got our annotations. We got all this filled in. Our paper's pretty much written, folks. Let's go down here. Now we got to figure out our argument. And basically, I think personally, our argument is modern archaeology better serves us as a society than past or classic archaeology did, period. Now it says, write 2 sentences that outlines the main point of each article. We've already done that. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to take down what is the main point of your article. Remember the sentence we wrote? That goes right here. Well, let's go up to the second one. Remember this one we wrote about modern archaeology, right? Modern archaeology is to understand who we are as a people using our artifacts of the past. And I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to write that and put a period. Now, it says your main point for Article 1 in detail with evidence and citation. We've already written that, folks. Let's go up here. Look, it's right here. So I'm going to put down, it says citation first. I'm always going to lead. In the article, Classic Archaeology by Rebecca Unger. In the article, Classic Archaeology by Rebecca Unger, comma. It says that, and I'm going to write this. I've already written it. I'm going to write these 3 pieces of evidence right here that support what I put up here for my main idea, my first paragraph. Then I'm going to go down here. The other article with evidence and citation. We already did that. I'm going to go here to this modern archaeology. Okay. I'm going to start off again with my citation. In the article, The Purpose of Modern Archaeology by Stephen Bradish. In the article, The Purpose of Modern Archaeology by Stephen Bradish, it says, comma, and I'm going to write down my 3 evidence points. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to put that right here. Okay. Don't worry about paragraph 5. You're not going to have to worry about it. Paragraph 4, I'm done. This is my conclusion. Now here, I'm going to write, as you can see, or in my opinion, or in conclusion, modern archaeology is better for our society than classic archaeology is because we better understand our past, period. It said in the article by Stephen Bradish that archaeologists today, we learn about our past. We learn from their mistakes and what they did right, period. We are far better as a group of people today by understanding our past, period. It is vital, however you want to write this, but I'm using the evidence of the piece that I'm trying to promote for my thesis. And then I can end with, it's better that we understand our past than destroying everything and selling it and not knowing who we were, period. My paper's done. I've written my paper. So let's see in retrospect. I got 3 paragraphs with 15 words or less, right next to it, 15 words or less, 15 words or less, summarizing. I have my citation, article title and citation. I have my main point. I have my 3 evidence pieces supporting this, which is basically my 15 words or less for each paragraph. I did the exact same thing here, annotated notes, annotated notes, annotated notes, and I have my citation, my main point, and my 3 bits of evidence supporting it, and then I plug everything in. I have to come up with my own thesis statement. We have to come up with that together, but it's pretty easy. It writes itself. Then I put in my 2 main points, one from each article. Then I put down my first article, right? My first article there about classic archaeology by Rebecca Unger, and I put down my 3 pieces I got, evidence. I put down The Purpose of Modern Archaeology by Stephen Bradish, and then I put down my 3 pieces of evidence there. And then finally here, I say in conclusion, and I explain why my thesis statement makes sense, right? It's better for our society than classic archaeology. That's how you write a paper, folks. Thanks for paying attention. I hope you guys learned something. I'll see you guys in class.